So the jungle has undergone a lot of changes over the last few years. They've had the dragons be totally changed, Baron changed, Rift Herald added, and then subsequently changed after that. Plants have been slammed into the jungle, buffs have been changed around. You know, when I made a video talking about plants when they were first announced, the biggest argument for plants being added to the jungle were that junglers have been playing the same jungle for years and nothing has changed. That was the logic behind a lot of people when justifying big jungle changes. But jungle seems to be the only part of the actual game that Riot are fucking willing to change frequently. It's quite literally the freshest role in the game. You don't see people dropping a fucking swimming pool in top lane or a hotel and restaurant resort in mid. But every other season, Riot run their fucking bulldozers across Summoner's Rift and everything changes. Every other fucking season, there's a new set of jungle items that people have to learn about if they want to actually get better in the game. And I totally blame my entire lack of competence in the jungle on this fact, by the way. There's no way in hell that I'm playing that shit in ranked because I will get blamed by my team, and they're probably justified in doing that. But in all of League of Legends, there are actually genuinely not that many items in the game that you can look at, and when you read what the item does, you can immediately identify a champion that could abuse that item. And that was Devourer. The Devourer was an item that took some ramping up to begin with. It gave 40% attack speed, some on-hit damage, and you could stack it up to 30 times by killing champions, large monsters, and general jungle shenanigans. Now, this, at its face value, doesn't really seem like all that much. Okay, you can get up to 60 magic damage on hit with this item. Now that'd make champions that are AD do some mixed damage. Okay, well, here's the thing. This item, even though it could take a good amount of time to stack up, when you hit that 30 stack point, depending on what character you just achieved that with, you have potentially just fucking hit godlike status within the first 20 minutes of the game. You see, the thing with Devourer, the upgraded version is that every second basic attack that was used by melee champions would trigger a ghost of your champion to attack again, meaning that if you were playing someone like Master Yi, there were points where your passive would allow you to hit 3 times in the space of a quarter of a second. Now this made champions that can auto-attack reset or had attacks that hit multiple times like Shyvana unbelievably strong for tearing through enemies. Doesn't matter if you're a tank, if you're a squishy, you got fucking torn through. And even ranged champions like Kayle with her Eon, this passive on Sated Devourer, it doesn't quite work the same way for ranged. It was every 4th auto attack for them, but consider that Kayle's standard build path tends to be the way of Nashor's Tooth into a Ginsu's Rage Blade. And you're looking at a shitload of attack speed anyway that would make up for the fact that she has to do double the amount of auto attacks to actually get that phantom hit off. She would just end up attacking so fucking fast that you can't even see what the fuck is going on. It's just a massive orangey blur on the rift. Now, I've talked about Master Yi a lot in the past. The kind of guy who literally can stay in the jungle for the first 20 minutes. His lanes can be losing really hard, but you'll suddenly hit that second item and he'll come flying out of a bush like he's 19-0. This item made this scenario even worse. With you only getting 1 stack of Devourer on killing an enemy champion, you could easily just get the exact same amount of stacks by killing Gromp or killing chickens or something, and they don't put up nearly as much of the same fight as someone else in mid lane does. It basically just encouraged junglers to never leave their fucking jungles because otherwise they would fall behind in stacks, and the enemy jungler that they were racing to hit 30 stacks against first might hit it before them and then snowball the game because they had the audacity to actually help their fucking team. Just to clarify, the footage that you're watching in the background currently is a game that I did many years ago where we got 5 people Sated Devourer in a normal game, and we took Baron pretty quickly. This fucking quickly, at 21 minutes into the game. Yeah, the item was hilariously abusable by basically fucking anyone. I did plenty of videos on this shit back in the day, and the case was the same every single time. Any jungler, Vayne, Ashe, Teemo, whatever, life would be hard up until the point where you actually managed to get 30 stacks on this. But once you actually got 30 stacks, once you actually turned it into the Sated Devourer, life was a fucking breeze. You were essentially just an AD carry who could tear through anyone in seconds, and for the most part, you had a cute little wolf following you around as well, the jungle. Oh, I miss him. This is the part I miss the most about this item. You had a cute little wolf pet. It really doesn't take a whole lot of research to notice the trends of fuckery in this item. I mean, Jesus Christ, I went 17, 10, 13 on fucking Jungle Ash. Jungle Ash of all things. Lord have mercy on my soul if this does not dictate to you that this item not only deserves to be removed, but shot out of a fucking cannon into space and left for the aliens to deal with. Like, I have no idea what to tell you, dude, if you don't think that's what should happen. Like, I really do not feel like Jungle Ash or Jungle Teemo or Jungle Vayne, maybe Jungle Vayne, but not Jungle Ash and Jungle Teemo, should be having an easy time of the jungle at any point of the game. I don't care if you're level 18. This shouldn't happen. Like, what the fuck? There is no point, especially early on, there is no point in which they should be easily destroying buffs, or can solo dragon, or... No. You know, I've been talking a lot about how fucked it is when the enemy gets stacked and how ridiculous it is if they get 30 stacks and how they could snowball everything and basically become a one-man army and Master Yi's broken, Kayla's broken, Shyvana's broken, yada yada yada. But I didn't really touch on the fact that this item was very much a double-edged sword. Like, there was of course always going to be cases where somebody just snowballs completely out of control, and this item was probably the deciding factor of the game. And of course, with champions like Master Yi, where people consider you require a lower skill cap to actually play the character efficiently, it was more likely that if Master Yi had this item, he was probably more likely to do better than he was to do worse. But on the flip side of things, on the complete opposite side of the spectrum, this item could be your worst fucking nightmare. Now, 30 stacks might not seem like a lot, but it really fucking is. I mean, you had to take like up to 20 minutes to get this stack just to get the item to become sated. That's a pretty big time investment, and that's a lot of early game. It took a long time to get 20 stacks. If you were having a really sick game and you were efficiently counter jungling, clearing your jungle really fast, and also ganking, killing the enemy jungler, all that good shit, and getting like the big buffs like Scuttle Crab, sure, you could do it in like 15 minutes or something. But if you were having a bad game, you were never gonna get stacked, and that item was gonna bite you in the ass so fucking ridiculously hard. Like, I remember very specifically, very vividly in one of my videos, and I cannot remember the name of the video, and I really wish that I could, because I would be putting footage of it here if it was possible. We were just playing a regular game, it was just a regular video, and the enemy jungler was playing Master Yi, and he was getting counter jungled so fucking horribly. Like, we were spending the entire game trying to not let him get stacks. We were pinning him into his base. We were going out of our way to make sure that he was never able to get any camps. We were taking every camp when they came up. We were warding everything, making sure he was useless, and he was. It got to almost 30 minutes into the game, and he had only got 11 fucking stacks on his Sated Devourer. Just over 1/3 in 30 minutes. And I just thought, how we probably would never have done that if he wasn't building a Sated Devourer. We would never have put so much effort into trying to shut him down if we didn't identify an item on his build that we thought we could stop before it got out of hand. And we fucking certainly did. We certainly stopped it before it got out of hand. But honestly, this item, it was like buying a Medjai's Soul Stealer. All you're doing is putting a big fucking red target on your forehead and a big sign on your back saying "fuck me in the ass." And someone on the enemy team is 100% going to make it their life's work to make sure that they sit inside your jungle for the entire game and just counter jungle you and just slap the living shit out of you. Honestly, I have a good mind to think that Riot actually got rid of this item to save people from themselves, because honest to god, if I saw a Sated Devourer, like, I'm not usually one to counter jungle, but if I was jungling, I would go out of my way to fucking invade that jungle to shut that person down. I don't ever jungle, man. I never jungle, and I never counter jungle because I lack that confidence. But if I saw a Sated Devourer, oh boy, you had to fucking hold me back. And it's kind of sad, because this might have been the one piece of solace that Master Yi players had after the AP Yi removal, though. And I gotta say, though, it's pretty clear that Riot actually despise Master Yi players. Like, they're just removing absolutely everything that he can do. And they're trying to fight back, but it's not gonna happen. Riot are gonna find a way to fuck you in every way possible. And I'm just kind of waiting to see what happens next to this poor son of a bitch. Still though, even though it's an item that was incredibly broken, but also simultaneously incredibly useless, I feel like we should still give some respect to it. So gentlemen, if you would, please join me in the comment section down below to pay your respects to the fallen brother. RIP Sated Devourer. RIP City Devourer Ash jungle. RIP City Devourer Teemo jungle. RIP City Devourer fucking anybody. Soraka AD jungle. Whatever. Rest in peace, my brother. Well, guys, thank you very much for watching yet another RIP. I haven't been able to do one for like, I think it's almost been a week, about a week, just because I've been getting my PC back and getting my PC ready. If you're wondering, my PC is fixed now. I'm back at home. Things are fantastic. The PC is running fantastically. I've still got some videos recorded from when I was at my girlfriend's place, so if you're wondering why I'm changing settings between videos, that is why. It's only really occurring in my Ranked with Keegan videos, which I would honestly really recommend that you watch. It's a lot of fun, and if you love KBB TV, then you'll love. He's in it plenty, so I really recommend it. I'll put a card to it at the top right, as well as that at the top right. If you want to watch some of my older City Devourer videos, if you haven't gotten enough of watching City Devourer videos, then there'll be up the top right. There'll be a little eye. You can click that. There'll be a couple of videos that you can check out for City Devourer, or you can just YouTube search City Devourer RossBoomsocks. And I have done like a good 4 or 5 videos on City Devourer, like 3 interested tree line, 5, a full team of 5 building it, Ash, Teemo, Vayne. I'm sure I've done more in different ones as well. But yeah, go check them out because they're really old videos. You can get a little glimpse into League of Legends in the past if you want to reminisce, or if you've never seen it before, if you're new to the game. Anyway, take it easy, guys. Have a good one. See you tomorrow. Bye.